And now, to our first live speaker, who most of you know as the manager of this beautiful opera house, and who many of you have been lucky enough to have read his poetry, while the luckiest, like myself, have seen him combine his love of poetry and music in his unique performances. So here to get you in the mood of being in the here and now, I give you the one, the only, Dave Morrison.
Good evening, everybody. It is so great to be here with you tonight. Now, if you're willing, I'd like to try a little thought experiment. I'd like to see if we can all make a little movie in our imaginations. And it'll work best if you close your eyes. So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. Just go ahead, close your eyes for a few minutes. You are in the woods, and everything is covered with new fallen snow, maybe an inch or two, just enough to hide what's underneath. You parked up on the road on a little turnoff because you got a glimpse of something compelling, something simple yet exquisite, a rugged stone formation that seemed to float in the air with a lone pine tree on it. So you're walking through the woods, guided only by that glimpse, by your sense of direction, by your hunger and curiosity and desire. If one person or 100 people have done what you're doing, if a path has been worn through these rocks and trees and brambles, you can't tell because everything is covered with snow. Everything is hidden. Everything is brand new. So you find your way. You find your way. Maybe you're following an ancient path. Maybe you're blazing a new trail. It doesn't matter. All that matters is your curiosity, your hunger, your love of these woods. All that matters is putting one foot in front of the other and getting up and going on when you stumble over something unexpected. Maybe you start to notice things, tiny things, animal tracks or a discarded whiskey bottle, a bit of rusted barbed wire stapled to a lone gray fence post, curious bird song, or a tree that split and mended itself. Maybe you find yourself attuned to slight changes of temperature or wind or light. Maybe your feet acclimate to subtle shifts in topography. Maybe you find yourself watching a movie in your head about your father teaching you to bait a hook, or that night that the neighbor's house burned down. Maybe you're listening to the insistent drumbeat of your pulse and your footsteps in the snow, and it becomes a song you used to love that you haven't heard in years. You might catch yourself wondering how long you've been walking through these woods. Minutes? Hours? More? Maybe you reach the cliff and the pine tree, and maybe you don't. Maybe what you will remember is the split tree or the old song. All that matters is that you glimpsed something beautiful, you walked in the woods, and it was good. You can open your eyes now. Thank you.